Hello everyone, good morning. Today's topic is linguistics. I'm going to talk about morphology. We're going to learn how morphemes are formed, how words are formed from morphemes. Let's dive into my PowerPoint slides. So here comes the topic for today. It's morphology. We are going to study how morphemes are formed. So let's start with the definitions. Morphology itself is defined as a study of how words are formed. So we are studying how words are combined and how words are created, and that's falls into the domain of morphology. Let's continue to the definition of morpheme. Morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit of a language. See, this is the word smallest is important. So it must be the smallest unit, and it has to be meaningful. If it is not smallest and it's not meaningful, then it's not a morpheme. Okay, so that's the definition of a morpheme. So for example, if I have the word singer, here the word sing is a morpheme, which means menyanyi, right? So this has a meaning. Plus er, ya, er means orang yang melakukan pekerjaan menyanyi itu. So er here is also morpheme because it is the smallest unit and it carries meaning with it. Yeah. Now let me introduce you to the concept of parts of speech or lexical categories because this is important for your understanding later. So in part of speech in English we have a noun, a verb, adverb, and adjective. So every time I mention parts of speech, you know what I'm referring to. Yeah, I can refer to either the noun or verb or adverb or adjective. Remember, parts of speech or lexical categories. Yeah, that's the technical term in linguistics. Okay. Now we go to the types of morpheme. Morpheme can be divided into free morpheme. A free morpheme is a morpheme that can stand alone and is meaningful. So it can stand on its own and still we can still sense the meaning of that morpheme. So for example, book. Yeah, book is a free morpheme because it can stand alone. Yeah. If I say book or if you read the word book, you know the meaning of that morpheme. Cat also is a free morpheme because it can stand alone and it has meaning. Drive, health. Yeah. Those are examples of free morphemes. Okay. Now, bound morpheme is the opposite of free morpheme. It cannot stand alone. A morpheme that must be attached to a free morpheme. In other words, it cannot stand alone. Yeah, because if it stands alone, then there is no way that you can derive meaning from it. You don't know what the hell it means. So, okay, for example, we have the word singer. Yeah, singer here. The er there is a bound morpheme. It must be attached to the word sing in order to carry meaning. Of course, in this case, the meaning is the one who does the singing. Okay, and then you have played. The morpheme ed there is also a bound morpheme because it has to be attached to the free morpheme play. Yeah, this marks the past tense of the verb. Okay, so it still carries meaning. Walking, the ing there is a bound morpheme also because it must be attached to the free morpheme walk. And slowly, the ly there is also a bound morpheme. Must be attached to the word slow in order to be meaningful. Okay, so you have free morpheme, those which can stand alone and has meaning, and bound morpheme, which must be attached to a free morpheme in order to have meaning. Okay. Now, free morpheme is divided into several types, at least two types. The first one is content or lexical morpheme. This covers nouns, verbs, adjectives like car, study, happy. Yeah, this is noun, verb, adjective. Now, notice that this is an open class. Open class means that we can create new words to this class. We can create new members and put it into the content morpheme. Yeah, later I'm going to explain further about open class. Yeah. Then the second one is a grammatical or a functional morpheme, which covers articles, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, and auxiliaries. These are called grammatical or functional morpheme. Yes, they can stand alone because they are free, yeah, but they function or they serve a grammatical function. Yeah. So they serve to make a sentence grammatical. Without them, the sentence will not be grammatical. And that's why it's called grammatical morpheme or functional morpheme. Yeah. For example, the engine in this car works well. See, the here is a definite article, is a free grammatical morpheme. In also is a preposition, it's a free grammatical morpheme. Yeah, so because these two they have to be there in order to make the sentence grammatical. Yeah, you can imagine if you delete the and in, the sentence suddenly becomes not grammatical. Yeah, even very hard to understand. Now, this functional morpheme belongs to closed class. Closed means that we cannot create any new morpheme here. You cannot create new articles besides the and right? You cannot create new pronouns other than pronouns. You just cannot create new functional morphemes. That's why it is called closed class. Now, bound morpheme is also divided into several types. We have a prefix. In Indonesian, it is awalan, something that is attached to the beginning of a word. Yeah. For example, the word impossible, you have im as a prefix. Yeah. It has to be attached to the word possible. Okay. This information, the this there is also a prefix because it is attached to the beginning of the word information. Okay. And then you have suffix or akhiran in our Indonesian language. You have attachment, ment. Here is a akhiran, is a suffix because it comes at the end of the morpheme or of the free morpheme. It is attached to the end of the free morpheme. Combination, the Asian there is also a suffix because it is attached to the end of the word combine. Okay. Then you have circumfix. Circumfix is a combination of prefix and suffix. Yeah, for example, inadvisibly, in and the prefix in combines with ly there as a suffix. Incorrectly, also in combination of in and ly. So this is what we call circumfix, combination of prefix and suffix. And then still you have infix. Infix is sisipan in our Indonesian language. Now this one is unique because it is inserted into in the middle of a free morpheme. So words like fun, bloody, tastic. Yeah. The word fantastic becomes fun, and then something is inserted there. Bloody is inserted between fun and tastic, so it makes fun, bloody, tastic. Yeah. And then education. Originally, the word is education, and then if you think that education is like hell, education makes you suffer. Yeah. Then you put the hell there. You insert the morpheme hell between edu and cation, and you have education. Yeah. So this is infix. Yeah. Now we have come to the another important division of morphemes. We call it inflectional and derivational morphemes. In inflectional morphemes are morphemes which make sentences grammatical. Yeah, for example, the boys played football yesterday, but now they are swimming. See, this is the boys, The S there is inflectional morpheme. Plate, ED there is also inflectional morpheme. Swimming, the ing there is also inflectional morpheme. Why? Because they have to be there in order to make the sentence grammatical. They serve grammatical purposes. Yeah, it is called inflectional. In English, it marks the number, for example, plural versus singular, and the tenses. You know that in tenses, you have to change the verb forms in order to be appropriate with the tense that you are using. And then we have what we call zero morpheme. Zero morpheme is not written. You cannot see it in a morpheme because it's not there. It's not physically present. Yeah? But it is actually there to make the sentence grammatical. So for example, if I have the word of fish, then if I say banyak ikan, I say many fish. But here, there is no morpheme which marks the plural of fish. It remains unseen. It cannot be seen, but it's there. And that's why it's called zero morpheme. Yeah. One deer, one single deer, and three deer. Three deer. Yeah. Still, the morpheme is not visible because it's zero, but you know that it's there. Yeah, to mark the plural form of deer. And then you have a portmanteau. This is a bound morpheme with two meanings, like in the clause he plays. Yeah, plays. The S there means the third person and singular. In fact, this is called a third person singular S. You know that when you make a sentence in present simple tense, you have to put the third person singular S after the verb. Yeah. In which the subject is he or it or any singular noun. Yeah. So this means two, third person and singular. That's why it's called portmanteau. Okay. Now, in contrast to inflectional morphemes, we have derivational morphemes. Derivational morphemes are morphemes which change the part of speech, a part of speech into another part of speech. Yeah, so this is special because a derivational morpheme changes a part of speech into another part of speech. And therefore, it creates a new meaning. For example, from adjective to adverb, you have slow, pelan. And if you put ly at the end, you have slowly. Now it becomes adverb, dengan pelan. Yeah. Verb to noun, you have attach and as a verb, and you have attachment and ent as a noun. The presence of ment here changes the verb into noun. So the ment there is a derivational morpheme. Then you have a noun, from noun to adjective, you have a noun boy, and by adding the derivational morpheme ish, yeah, at the end of the boy, then you suddenly have an adjective boyish. Okay, so from noun to adjective, because of the additional ish here, because you add the derivational morpheme here, it changes the noun to adjective. Yeah, so that's the function, the characteristic of a derivational morpheme. It changes the parts of speech of a word. Okay. Now, I promised you that I'm going to explain open class. Now, open class is the content or lexical morphemes are in open class, meaning that we can create new words for new meanings. Yeah. For example, in the 1960s, when I was still a very small boy, there was no word floppy disk. Yeah? There was nobody said floppy disk. The term floppy disk was not known. Yeah? But then as civilization advanced and as computers entered households and everybody used computers, suddenly we have floppy disk, the mid of 1980s. Yeah? And now you are familiar with the word flash disk. This is also a new word. Human beings create new word along with the advancement of their civilization. The more advanced their civilization, the more they need to create new words. We call it coinage, yeah, forming new words for new objects, for new things. Yeah. We also have the word bling, which means expensive jewelry. Yeah, this came into existence only maybe 10 or 15 years ago. Before that, there was no word bling. Yeah. So human beings really created that word. Then you have crank, which means high energy. You have, this one, emoticon. When I was at your age, there was no emoticon, yeah, because we didn't play with gadgets. But now everyone is familiar with emoticon. It's one of the means to communicate with other human beings when texting, right, or when chatting in your gadgets. Emoticon. Yeah. So this is what we call open class. It's open because new words, new terms can be added constantly to the class. Okay, so for your task, I have simple text here. This is an authentic text from Jakarta Post. Have a look and try to analyze the text into its morphemes. Okay, so for example, kangaroos. Kangaroos is made up of kangaroo as a free morpheme and s as a bound morpheme. Do it that way. Okay, you can pause the video and you can have a go at analyzing this text into its morphemes. Good luck, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.